one of the issues that residents raise with me when they hear from time to time about the challenges that you're facing in the next financial year potentially is some of the perceived waste in the way in which public money is handled. Indeed, there's a very simple example in my region, in the village of St George, where I know my colleague Darren Miller has raised in the past, where a trunk road bridge has a temporary traffic light on it. And it's been on there for more than 4 years now. This traffic light covers a distance of less than 20 metres. And there's a second trunk road bridge a couple of miles down the road in Abergele with similar temporary traffic lights on. And FOI has shown that these temporary traffic lights have cost more than £250,000 to taxpayers. That's £250,000 not spent on schools in my region, £250,000 not spent on hospitals in my region for 2 temporary traffic lights. So I know there are challenges ahead, First Minister, and I know it's a very specific example I've given you here today. But when my residents see this, they are frustrated. So how can you assure them that you're taking every measure possible to cut down on this type of waste so our public services are properly funded?
Well, Llywydd, let me agree with a basic principle that we always want public money to be spent in the most effective way possible, and where there are examples where that could be done better, then I can assure you my colleagues here would be only too glad to know of them and to put those things right. Of course we would. I don't know the detail of the individual cases the member has raised. He says that £250,000 could have been spent on education services, housing services for his local population. I presume, but again, I don't know the detail, that £250,000 has been spent keeping them safe on bridges that otherwise would not have been so. So I don't imagine that the Highway Authority has had traffic lights on the bridge for the sake of having traffic lights. There will have been a reason for it. Now, maybe the member is right that the money could have been spent differently and more effectively. If there are examples of that, we'd be only too glad to hear of them.